should really move to Japan already. I mean, I've considered it, but it's not like I don't have monthly fees for my current place. Monthly maintenance, utilities, taxes, etc. It's not like they disappear while I'm out of the country. If anything, like my monthly costs will be tripled because, let's be real, rent in Tokyo is not cheap. Like, it's just the monthly cost, not to mention any other costs that come with it. I mean, on the plus side, I mean, food costs will be down in Japan. Food is cheaper and yen is lower. Like, I've done the calculations. In the end, traveling does come lower because rent alone pretty high. And I also realized with the previous trip that I do feel homesick because I've explained to you guys how I perfected living comfortably over time with my setup and stuff. Like, even if I get, you know, the PC and stuff provided, it's just not the same. Sometimes, you know, the desk is too small, chair is not as comfortable. Cover should provide something close to work housing. Management probably also thought about it at the same time. It's not very ideal from, like, for example, a security standpoint. Yeah, I mean, on paper, like, a lot of things sound very... It would make sense. Like, they would have, you know, holo house, holo dormitory where people can just... The traveling overseas talents would go and stay. But, like, there's a lot of problems with that if you think about it. Or, oh, but why don't you just come up with 3D studio in the Americas? But if you think about it, one, it costs quite a lot. Quite a lot to build a 3D studio. Two, if it was built, for example, with like slightly lower spec equipment and stuff, North America is pretty big, you know? Like, you're gonna have to travel anyways. If you're gonna travel anyways, would you rather go to a studio with a lower spec equipment, or would you rather just go to Japan where they have invested like the best of their tech, you know? In the end, it's like, it makes more sense. Yeah, it's not like you just build the studio and it's done. No more costs. There's upkeep. You have to have staff there. It's not like the talents themselves run everything by using the studio. Security, the possibilities haven't been considered. It's just not realistic to make it work sometimes. And it's not like we haven't looked into like renting time at already existing studios. I have to say, the costs in the Americas, in Europe too, I think Kiara looked into that before, is quite high. It's not like we don't look into it. Do you think it's easier for non-corporate VTubers content creators? I don't think it's easier per se. Secondary creations are always in the gray zone. And of course, if you have, you know, bigger influence, it is more important for you to follow the procedures so it doesn't become a problem. Person's action make it difficult for everyone involved in a way. Yeah, I mean, there are benefits too, like if we have a good, you know, relation with other, you know, IPs and stuff, they have a good, then we get opportunities down the line too. There are always pros and cons to everything.